Yo, what it do, y'all, man? It's your boy Hilarious D, and welcome inside Now That's Hilarious. It's been a minute, but, you know what I'm saying, we back at it. This will be episode 2 for season 3, man. It's been a minute since we've actually had a heart-to-heart one-on-one conversation. So I took today is Thursday, April 27th? 28th? Something like that. And we are going to talk about being prepared and organized as blind people. I was having a discussion with someone maybe a week ago about how some blind people maximize their time, and then there's some of us who don't maximize our time when we should. So without any further ado, thanks for watching. As always, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Cash App is in the description. No, I'm just playing. So with that being said, there's important keys or key contributing factors in a blind person's life, and in my opinion, the most important one is information. And then the second one, just to give y'all a few examples. So information is number one, in my opinion. The second thing that is very, very vital / important to a blind person is being organized. And then if you throw a third one in no particular order, the third one, in my opinion, that blind people take caution and take pride or prioritize their schedule and lives around, of course, is being preparation. Let's see if I can remember my saying. Practice prevents piss poor performance. I think that's what I used to say back in the day. But yeah, it was like 5 or 6 P's. I can't remember the last one. But yeah. Oh, here you go. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. That's what the 6 P's was. That I used to say and kind of sort of do live by. So you can practice different things in your life. It could be organization. It could be motivation. It could be anything you can practice in your life. And if you practice it well enough and get it down to a T, then it prevents piss poor performance. In other words, you'll do things better. You'll achieve goals and meet deadlines easier and quicker if you're constantly practicing discipline in certain areas of your life. So, as blind people, when we talk about being prepared and then being organized and then taking the bit of information that you have and using it to be successful, we really gotta hold that, as a moral or some type of or involved in some type of code of conduct and things like that. So as blind people, you know that whether you are considered legally blind, totally blind, got light perception, see shadows, see whatever, your vision's like a kaleidoscope, whatever the case may be, you know that you can drive, or there might be some type of guidelines and barriers that may be stopping you guys from driving if you are legally blind. Kyle, there are some legally blind people that still drive, somewhere out there and whatnot. So with that being said, those of us who do take public transportation, whether it's the bus, the train, light rail, subways, MTA mobility / paratransit, you know that wherever you're going, whether it's work, children's school, to a job interview, to the mall, to the grocery store, you know that you got to schedule your time in a timely fashion. Those of us who use paratransit, you know that if you got to be a certain place at, let's say 9 o'clock a.m., whether it's work, to drop the kids off at school, for a job interview, something that's not leisure based, but something that's very, very important in those terms: doctor's appointments, surgeries, whatever you want to throw in there or consider as, under the business, taking care of business or running errands category. You know that you gotta schedule your time, maybe an hour to a half an hour in advance. So let's focus on going to work, and or to the doctors, or to a job interview, or catching a plane, catching a bus, whatever it is, you're taking a trip. You know that you're with paratransit. Here in Baltimore, they have a 30-minute window for the driver to be late. And sometimes these drivers actually use that window, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they could be 30 minutes early or 2 hours late here in Baltimore nowadays for MTA mobility. So, those of us who aren't maximizing your time, if you got to be to work or wherever you're going at 9 a.m., you're going to schedule your ride, whatever form of transportation you're taking, to arrive at this particular place 30 to 45 minutes early. I know for me, whether it's going to the doctors, like I said, going to a job interview, going to the airport to catch a train. Those of you who catch a flight frequently, when you go to the airport, they tell you to be there 2 hours early just to get through TSA. But as blind people, you might want to say, okay, I'm gonna be there between 2.5 hours to 3 hours early, because you got to go check in at the desk, then they got to sit you down and wait for a transporter, or they want to be very, very careful and considerate of you and take care of you like you are a package. So you might want to add that extra hour in there just for the airport, so the airport can do their due diligence of taking care of you and things like that. It's the same thing with going to work and or to the doctors. You want to make sure you have enough time in between that appointed time and your arrival time, man. Like, better an hour early than an hour late. Anything can happen after 5, 10, 15 minutes of being late. That appointment can be canceled. You can miss your flight, bus, or train. The employer or the interviewer for that job interview or company may deem you as already not reliable because you missed your appointed time for a job interview. Yeah, man, as blind people, we want to maximize our time, and you want to be organized and prepared. Like, talk about organization. Don't wait till, if your ride comes at 7:30 in the morning, don't wait till 7:15, 7:25 to start gathering up your briefcase with your portfolio in there and things like that. Don't wait to start packing your bag hours before you leave or minutes before you leave. Although some of us do that, and we are successful at it, even without being a blind person. But in my opinion, it's just not good. Anything can happen in our life. Those of us in the blind community, within that short period of time. When you have a disability and you're not able to drive, or you need help with doing different things, it's more room for error in those situations. So yeah, make sure you take care of things, an hour or so early and things like that. And we back. Sorry, y'all had to answer a phone call and whatnot. So yeah, man, don't wait a day to take care of, a day before to take care of what you need to, that you could have been taking care of all week leading up to a very, very important appointment. And then I'm trying to lose my train of thought, y'all. I do apologize. And then being prepared, like if you're going to a job interview, make sure you got your resume on deck, your portfolio on deck. You look nice, both men and women. You smell good, both men and women. Like I tell people, you never know if you're going to be the first and last blind person that a person ever meets. You want to make sure that the first impression, if it's the last impression, is the best impression, man. Like, as a blind man or woman, you want to be your best. You want to be at your best as always. So, be prepared, be organized, and be on time. Those are three things that we as blind and vision impaired or legally blind people, whatever you deem yourself, is that we prioritize in our lives, because we have to do things differently. And because we do things differently, and sometimes we gotta depend on other things tend to not go as planned. So this is why proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. You want to make sure you're prepared for all things. I know you can't prepare for everything, but you want to at least try. If your paratransit is going to be an hour late, and that's going to go into your interview or your doctor's appointment, maybe you want to set aside some Uber money, or take a cab there, and then mobility / paratransit back, or Uber and Lyft there and paratransit back. They'll do things differently. I do it all the time. If I'm going grocery shopping, of course I'm gonna take paratransit to the grocery store, and I'm gonna take a cab or Lyft back, because paratransit up here won't let you bring a certain amount of bags on the vehicle. Crazy, right? But yeah, I just wanted to come here and drop this little gem on y'all real quick and let y'all know to be the best prepared, organized, and on-time blind person that you can be, man. Like, you never know who's watching, and you never know who you're influencing, both negatively and positively, guys. So this your boy Hilarious D. I'm signing off. More podcasts coming soon. I just want to come in here and chat with y'all for a few minutes. I know I haven't done it in a while. So thanks for listening. Again, like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. We going crazy over on TikTok. My TikTok name is at Hilarious, capital HILARIOUS _ lowercase d as in dog _ 4110. I said 4110, 410. So that's Hilarious D _ 410. Shout out to Baltimore as always. You can find me on Instagram at the same name, Hilarious D _ 410. I'm always posting pictures and videos over there. You can find me on Facebook at Hilarious D. That's Hilarious space capital D as in dog, E as in echo, E as in echo on Facebook. And yeah, more to come, man. Like, we going crazy, y'all. We finally hitting this mode. We're finally hitting this zone of success, and I appreciate those of you who always watch.